Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Cocktails and Rocktails with Notorious Groupie Allison Rouse. That would be me. Also, author of this little bookie. We've got tonight the life and times of, well, you know, Notorious Groupie. All right. Welcome back. Oh, and you guys, I finally downloaded the new cover. I like to change up the cover to my book every so often. So, you guys, I did it. I changed it up. Link is down in that description along with my merchandise and everything. Go hit it up. Check out that new cover. It's awesome. Did it myself. Tell me what you think down in the comments, okay? And as always, I like to start with the positivity and the love. Thank you guys for all the awesome energy, the love and light, the cool other groupies from my era that I'm meeting and hearing, being able to swap stories with, and all of you guys truly, and even the way you guys interact down in the comments. I love it. Thank you guys so much for bringing that kind of energy and positivity and helping me build this channel. Can't even ever thank you guys enough. And today, to thank you, I'm going to talk about a story most people kind of might not remember. Some people will, but they don't know the whole brevity of this story. They don't know everything that went on, for those of you who remember, and there will be links down in the description to articles and things like that. So you can go kind of get a little background. I'll give you all the background I know. And today we're going to talk about one of the Real Housewives. She was just a flash in the pan from the DC Housewives, the original one, not the Housewives of the Potomac, but she was also known as the party crasher at Obama's inauguration party. But she's got a rock and roll connection. And we're going to talk about Michelle Salahi and Neil Schon from Journey today. It's a long and twisted story, folks, and it's going to get dark and ugly. So finishing off the Upslope Mexican Dark Lager, so freaking good, you guys. Upslope is awesome. Link down in the description. Check them out. Your local grocery store. They are national. Delicious. All right. So everybody, grab your dark lagers, kick up your feet, and let's have a little cocktails and rocktails. Because this one is twisted and juicy. All right. Cheers, big ears. I love this one. It's got a little bit of sweetness to it that I really enjoy. Sorry, swallowed wrong. Wish I would have done that. No. Don't wish I would have swallowed wrong with Kip Winger. That might have killed me. Oh, God. Anyway, so, talking about Michelle Salahi. Now, on the background, who she is, like I said, she is kind of a fame-hungry starfucker is what I call her. She's just that kind of, not a groupie, not really, I mean, anybody with money and any type of clout that can open up doors for her, she's attracted to. And yes, I fuck rock stars, but that's not why I'm attracted to them. Like I said. Anyway, so Michelle, she marries this guy, Salahi, Tariq Salahi. They become, I don't know what they do around DC or whatever, but Obama gets elected and there's the big party in DC. Or it was a party for the Indian ambassador. It was after Obama was president. And somehow they crashed the party. They got through Secret Service, and this was big news. And there's pictures of her, look right there, shaking Obama's hands. And it really caused a stir, because how did they get past Secret Service with absolutely no credentials, no invitation, nothing? Not on the list, nothing. But they did. So this became a big story, and they kind of became little pseudo-celebrities, kind of those scandalous, not scandalous, but we don't, outside of that, we don't know why. And she was trying to do the Housewives, and she was really boring. Nobody really liked her. Okay, now keep this in mind, but years before she had met her husband, she had met Neil Schon from Journey, was having an affair with him while he was married. They really liked each other, but never worked out. They both move on. She marries Tariq, and Neil gets married to his longtime girlfriend, who they have a young child together. Now, in this mix, somewhere in those times, passes right here, I'm hanging out with my friend Oris, as I did a couple weeks ago. Love hanging out with Oris. She's just one of my oldest friends. So anyway, hanging out with Doris. He's working FOH for Journey. And we're all sitting on the bus before Journey comes on the stage, just hanging out, having a drink, minding our own business, smoking weed, whatever we're doing on that bus. And they start talking about, someone comes on and they're like, yeah, Neil's in a bad mood. And Neil's already an asshole. Neil doesn't give a fuck about anybody but Neil. Like, he's gone up to women right in front of their husbands and hit on them and be like, so you want to meet me later? Why don't you ditch your husband? Kind of like I say Jerry Cantrell used to. But Neil still does it. Neil never grew out of his own ego. Nothing attract between the curly hair, the pointy nose, and that sad little ego. I don't care if rumor has it that he is hung like a horse. I don't care. Don't want to ride that pony. No, thank you. So anyway, we're on the bus, and one of the other roadies comes on. He's like, yeah, Neil's in a real bad mood. He already treats the road crew like shit. And my friend Double Cam and I from the book, picture here, we're kind of listening, and how the wife that he had really literally just married 6 months before, they have an infant daughter, toddler, something around there. And I should look this up on who's dated who, but I don't trust who's dated who. So anyway, and how she found out he was having an affair with someone. And boy, did the wife with baby mama wife that he just married, she trashed his motherfucking house, was going crazy. And rightfully so. But at the time, we didn't know who it was. So, fast forward, so we're listening to this little story, and oh great, Oris is like, great, so he's in a pissed off mood. It's going to affect my night because he's an asshole as it is, but this is going on too. So, for fast forward, because there's going to be an ugly divorce happening between him and the woman he had just married in Paris 6 months before. Yeah, 6 months. So fast forward a couple weeks later, on the news is all of a sudden a story about Michelle Salahi, the Real Housewife Obama crasher. Tariq can't find her. She's missing. She's not answering her cell phone. He's freaking out. He's so worried about her. She just disappeared one day. Just disappeared. Couldn't find her. This was going on for a few days, maybe a couple of weeks. Because I'm not researching. I'm just telling you by memory and what I know from the inside. So anyway, because again, I don't go down rabbit holes on the internet. I'm not from that generation. I just was part of this experience, and I remember this being on the news. So Tariq is trying to find Michelle Salahi. He can't find her anywhere. He's freaking out. He's on the news holding press conferences. And like a few days, a week or something later, it comes out she's fine. She was on the road with Neil Sean from Journey. So she basically ditched her husband to be with Neil Sean, who ended up, it was her that, oh, hi kitty kitty, hold on, pause. I'll show you my new baby beluga, my new kitty, in another video. But anyway, so turns out when we were sitting on the bus hearing about the last wife finding out about this affair, it was with her. It was with Michelle Salahi. Yeah. So then, of course, we've got 2 ugly divorces going on here. And she's just like, my marriage hasn't been well for a long time. No, it hasn't been well since you guys got dragged, made fun of, and basically ostracized because you went and crashed Obama's party. That's why it became, and the money wasn't doing well. So, of course, she checked out for someone who was, I guess, better looking than Tariq. I mean, they're both not attractive to me, so, but she's a money-hungry starfucker. She doesn't care. So they leave each other, and then Michelle and Neil start saying how much in love they are and how great it is, and they're getting married, and they're selling to pay-per-view. So you could, for $150, I think, you could tune in and watch their wedding. I don't know if it's still around. If it is, there will be a link in the description. It was some sad little white winter wedding and this big production that they paid at least $2,000 for. I mean, like, I think 2,000 people ended up paying the $150 to watch them get married. His own family didn't want to watch him get married. Why would strangers? Because it was such a big brouhaha, and they were just trying to capitalize off whatever they could, because Neil was losing money in his upteenth divorce. Michelle was definitely not getting a whole lot of money from her divorce from Tariq, because she abandoned the marriage and took off with the rock star. Oh, and while this is all going on, the divorce and stuff, there were these signs, look here, backstage at Journey, because he was trying to come back and like serve Michelle or find Michelle, or they were afraid he was going to come and beat up Neil Schon, which I think that would be akin to, I don't know, I don't even know how weak that fight would be between him, and like how that's how I picture it. Just a bunch of ridiculous little boys fighting over a woman whose quality got less and less and less as the story went on. So they had these, hey, if you see these guys, get security immediately sign, because he was so afraid. Like, they're both pussies, let's face it. All three of them. And they're all jackasses for, you can put all, what is it that Scarlett O'Hara says? You can put all the finery on a mule that you want, but it's still a jackass under the finery. And these two are jackasses. She was talking about racehorses and stuff, but anyway. So, yeah, to me it's just like, this was like before, internet and everybody's business being out here and we can find it at the click of a button. This is before, and there was still some privacy, but there's still a lot of privacy that goes on. But yeah, this was just a shit show to see, and made for TMZ, really. And to sell the wedding, like, yeah, so that's the story. Like, I think they're still together to this day. I'll look it up again. Put the link in the description, which, great. A starfucker and a narcissist. You guys get together, great. That's a great combination. You guys, both of you need to be off the market and away from everybody else, so go have each other. Well done. Be gone. So that's the actual story behind Neil Schon's latest marriage and whatever happened to the Obama crashers. There you go. That's what happened. She took off because she had known Neil Schon before. They always got along, and got married on pay-per-view, and no one cared. No one cared about him before either. The story about them being Obama crashers died from the media, as stories do. And she just kept trying to do stuff over and over and over to, get attention. And they've both kind of really faded off into oblivion where they belong. So, there you go. Where are they now? Home, alone, with each other. Probably fighting. No, I'm kidding. Alright, guys. Thanks for tuning in to hear my little story about a little behind the scenes with one of the biggest rock bands in the history of rock and roll. And one of the dumbest bitches in the history of that stupid Housewives franchise. Alright, guys. Thanks again for all the love, all the support. You guys are fucking awesome. You rock. And for those of you just tuning in, and for the 47% that are watching me without subscribing, subscribe. Trust me, it's worth it. Let's get me out there. Let's get this attention. Let's get going. We're trying to get over 1,000 right now. So subscribe. Hit the share button, hit the like, and hit my bells. And we will see you next time here on Cocktails and Rocktails with Notorious Groupie, me. Oh. Cheers, big ears.